Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today I am back with another installment of my series I started where I'm creating houses, tiny houses for some of the townies in The Sims 4. And today we are tackling one of our newest favorites, Kyle Kyleson. If you don't know who that is, he is a new sim that was added with the Growing Together expansion pack. And he's a bit of a character. Basically, all of a sudden you'll get this phone call from this guy, Kyle. He's got like long blonde hair. He's got really intense abs and he's kind of feels like a bro party guy. And he's like, hey, you remember me? Surely you remember me. We used to have such good times. Can I come stay with you for a while? And then he just shows up and he won't leave. He shows up with his luggage. He's just dancing around your house and making a mess and, kind of being a bit of a freeloader. And he's just got so much silly backstory to him. He has all these stories about like his friend Josh, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to create a home for Kyle. I've had him kind of wreak havoc on my Sims home and not leave for a very long time, and I liked the idea that maybe a bunch of the Sims who have had him constantly crashing on their couch decided they needed to help him get a house so he could get out of theirs. So this is a cute little tiny home that is sort of in the woodsy area of Copperdale. I decided to put it here instead of in the new world of San Sequoia because all the lots there are kind of big, and this one just felt a little bit more correct for him, if that makes sense. I built this over on Twitch first, and my chat was saying that this feels a little bit more of like a hipster location, and it's also right by the water, and Kyle is always out there in his Speedo, just like relaxing in the water. So I thought this was a great location for him. And I'm overall very happy with how this build came out. So I really hope you will enjoy it as well. If you do and you'd like to download it, you can find it on the Sims 4 gallery. My EA ID is Gryphi, Gryphi. It's also the same as this channel name now. And so it should be pretty easy to find. Anyway, the exterior of this build is coming together pretty quickly. This is the shape I ended up going with, but I do change the colors so many times that it was really hard to keep much of that in. It just changes drastically because I wanted to be inspired by some of the colors that Kyle wears. He has a red top and blue shorts. I think it's blue shorts. I know he has a blue hat. And I was trying to be inspired by that, but I thought the red flowers just didn't look right here. And I really wanted the space to feel a little bit overgrown. And there were a couple of items that I knew I wanted to include. You probably will have noticed the first two items I placed down on this lot were a beach towel and a bubble blower. And I just thought they were perfect. I feel like Kyle would definitely enjoy blowing some bubbles and just kind of lounging in this space. I made the inside kind of makeshift, if that makes sense. I was thinking a lot of the items that he has here, he found for free. I feel like he would be really good friends with some of the Sims from Eco Lifestyle and just get along really well with that crowd. I feel like he would just pick things up as he found them by dumpsters or a side of the road. I liked that idea, and I also have some of these more broken down fences that I got from Show Live Edit Objects as well. These are from Cats and Dogs in that debug menu, and I just think it adds a lot to the back of this house and this whole yard space. It definitely came out exactly how I wanted it to, so that was really nice. But we're popping inside now to figure out the floor plan. All there really is to this floor plan is separating out a bathroom, and much like a lot of my tiny homes, it is just a 3x1 bathroom. It's very small, and actually I believe this one is considered a micro home. There's very few tiles in this home. I was very happy with that. And right now I'm just trying to figure out the kitchen. That is where the kitchen is going to go, but that's not the layout of it, if that makes sense. And I knew immediately I wanted to use the bed that came with Eco Lifestyle as like a dumpster bed because it just felt exactly the right vibe. I also really wanted to use that couch from Werewolves, but there wasn't enough space inside, so I thought that could be kind of a fun piece that was like thrown outside, and there's a lot of outdoor living for this particular build. For inside, we just have like an old chair, and there's also a island counter here for your sim or for Kyle to sit at to eat, and just putting our appliances around there. We have a little bit of an older stove and some of these base game cabinets that I almost never use, but I thought that they worked really nicely for this build in particular. I also decided to use a sheet, which is a curtain that we got from the Werewolves pack to kind of cover the window in the kitchen. I thought that that was kind of a fun addition. And then we are getting some blinds over here to close off the sunroom a little bit because it is the bedroom space. So you probably don't want the light coming in all the time, but I also thought it was really nice. So I was quite happy with this space. It's pretty simple, but it gets the point across. And I feel like Kyle is still probably going to go stay at everyone's house. It's programmed into the game, so of course he's going to, but I liked the idea that he has this home base, but he still just goes and crashes everywhere because why not? It's a free stay and free food, free drinks, like why wouldn't he? I gave him this TV that is also from dumpster diving. I like the idea that maybe he does quite a bit of dumpster diving. I also added a guitar in here, and I just wanted to include some fun hobbies. Oh, I added a knitting bag. If that feels out of character, it's actually very much on character, because if you play as Kyle, you will quickly notice that he has level 9 knitting skill. I don't know why. I think it's fantastic though. So of course I had to give him his knitting supplies so that he can knit all of the things to his heart's content. One thing that did confuse me though is he is so in shape, but he only has level 1 fitness skill. So I decided to add some like fitness stuff around the space, like decorative ones, the 2 pieces that we got from the Clutter kit, the basket of like weights and stuff, and also this yoga mat. I don't think I added any other stuff though, like any functional things, but he can go swimming and stuff out by the water since this is near there in Copperdale. And I also got a bunch of mail on the counter, things he probably hasn't opened, a broom that maybe he sometimes uses. I feel like we just kind of put down all of the rugs to cover up any kinds of tears and cracks and damage that the house has. And we have a ton of these soda cans all around these power sips. Actually, I think they are technically energy drinks. They came with a few different packs, but we have some posters for them that came with Discovery University. And I also got some fun picture frames in the kitchen. And I believe on the rooftop, I add more of those power sip cans and also some juice bottles. It's a party all the time for Kyle. He just sometimes takes that party to other people's couches, but he does have a home base. It's not the best for having other Sims here, but I feel like he's happy partying by himself anyway. When he would stay at my Sim's house, like I wouldn't even be home or in the room, and there'd be no music playing, and he would just be rocking out in his own little world. So I feel like he doesn't need that much space or anyone else around. He's having a good time regardless. So I kept that in mind while I was building this. I also gave him some towels in the bathroom. Obviously those would get wet by the shower, but it's a very small space. I was imagining you hang them up there after the shower to dry. Like they're not actually hanging there while you're in the shower. And I think the bathroom came out really cute. I was glad that I used the towels that are a little bit more messed up, so they're just kind of thrown there. And then I just got a little hand towel by the sink as well. And then we're moving outside to continue working on this space where I have the old couch, and we're getting some chairs to put at the bubble blower. I also really loved the barbecue I used. I believe that one's from Jungle Adventure. It's like an old barrel, but I thought having another space for Kyle to go ahead and make some food would be nice. And then I'm adding another chair to this little trio over here. So it is a one that kind of looks like a movie chair. It's also from Werewolves. Werewolves is a great pack for some more worn down furniture. I love it so much. And I wish I remembered where the article was. We got a teaser like roadmap for the next couple of months of The Sims. Basically, it's just one update and 4 kits. But one of the things that kind of hinted at the different kits kind of sounded like maybe we could get some rundown furniture. I'm not sure, but I would love that. I feel like I've been asking for that for years. I know years ago when we had one of the stuff pack votes, I voted for one of the ones that was like rundown starter home type furniture. And we've gotten a couple of pieces like that that have been built into other packs now. For example, the bookcase that has the cinder blocks on the bottom, that was in concept art for a stuff pack years ago for a vote. And then it ended up coming in Discovery University. So we've gotten some of the items, but there are so many other things that would be so cool to be added. And I love building rundown things in The Sims. So hopefully that is something that actually gets added. But anyway, I added a lot of planters outside. I also added a chair out front and stacked some plants on it. There's a rundown car. We got a bug house over here as well. And I thought it felt very Kyle that in the summer months, he might just lounge in this little kiddie pool, a really cheap alternative to getting a hot tub or a pool. He could just have a bunch of his power sips or some of his juice or his bubbles and then just relax in his kiddie pool. So that's what I put back there. I also decided to add this like bonfire piece, like old furniture. I thought that was kind of fun and felt on theme. The space is like rundown meets modern at the same time. Oh, and then somebody in my chat was like, I feel like he would be the kind of person that would just lay in a floaty, not in the pool. And unfortunately, you can't do that. So I just placed one down and then I put a chair over it. I'm not sure if that's functional or not, but I liked the idea of him just lounging up here with all of his plants that he's growing and laying in a pool floaty. So I thought it was a cute idea, just adding a rug up here, and then I should be getting some more of those cans and bottles and stuff to place over here as well, just to make it look like he's actively been using this space. I thought it was fun. I like doing rooftops when I build tiny houses because it's just another fun space to decorate, and it felt right for Kyle. I could imagine him just sunbathing up here, and he's also really close to the water, which is going to be great for him showing off his abs. I also added a generator up here just because I felt like having random stuff around made sense. And I thought that this little kid sculpture was cute. I'm thinking maybe he created that. Maybe it's one of the thing, like threw a bunch of pieces that he found in a dumpster and made some cool artwork out of it. And then I did need to add the suitcase in here that he brings to everybody's house when he crashes on your sofa. Very important that he has that because he's always on the go and he's going to be at your house right now. Be ready. He's on his way. But that's it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. We are so incredibly close to 200,000 subscribers, so please join us if you have not already. And click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.